Hello, it's been about 7.5 months since my PRK, and thought I would give a quick update. Quite a bit's happened since my last update. I am still struggling quite a bit with the recovery. My vision up close is really good now. Out to a few feet, I can see quite well. The further away it gets, it's still pretty. It gets more and more blurry as it goes a distance. Um, I have seen a lot of improvement, but still not where I would expect to be at this point. 7.5 months later, I've been told many times before that it could take 6 months to a year to get completely recovered, and so now I'm well past the 6 month point and still struggling. I do still see some fluctuations. In the mornings, I see a lot better than I do in the evening. As I go throughout the day, it does progressively tend to get worse. One thing that I have noticed over the last 2 months or so is I'm needing a lot less eye drops. I was using eye drops, as much as every 10 or 15 minutes there for a while. Now I can actually get by with just a few throughout the day here and there. The worst time is first thing in the morning when I first wake up. It's I have to pry my eye open and get a drop in there, and then keep my eyes shut for at least 5 or 10 minutes or so before it kind of before I can even really open my eye and look around. There are some days, like for instance today, when I wake up in the morning and there's such pain in my eye that I can't even hardly get it open. To even pry it open to put an eye drop in there is extremely painful. And then this morning, I think it took me about maybe 2 or 3 drops before I could finally get my eye kind of calmed down enough to be able to open it up and feel okay. Right now, it's I don't know, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I got up about 6 o'clock in the morning. And at this point, my eye still hurts. This is not an everyday thing. This is just every so often that it gets this bad. Pretty often now, I would say most days, I feel some amount of discomfort in the PRK eye. Most of the time, I wouldn't really call it pain, but I would say it's more just discomfort. Today, it's flat out pain. It hurts. It doesn't hurt as bad now as it did when I woke up, but it does still hurt. And it's really hard to describe the pain. It's not like needle pokes or things like that, but I think I've described before kind of the feeling of sandpaper. It's almost like that, I guess. Just a very strange feeling. Uh, the distance vision, I'm not really sure what to think about that. I don't really, at this point, I'm not seeing great changes from day to day or week to week. A little bit here and there. Some days are better than others. I actually have an appointment at my regular eye doctor here coming up in about, I think a week and a half, something like that. Just an annual checkup. So I'm going to go and have them take a look and kind of get an independent appraisal of how things are going for me and what it really looks like. If there's any issues with the surface of my eye, that kind of thing. So if anything significant comes up, I'll post an update. But really, I don't have too much to tell you right now. It hasn't changed a whole lot. Vision has gotten a little bit better, but a lot of the side effects and things, as far as the dryness and the pain and all that stuff, is still a pretty big issue for me. So, again, I still haven't at this point changed my mind. It is nice not wearing glasses, but the effects, the pain that I wake up with, the struggle that I'm facing, being able to read at a distance, I still, if somebody were to ask me would I recommend PRK at this point, I would still say no, I don't. So anyway, thanks.